So Rocky Four, I got out there. What my number one solid? Oh gosh, I don't even know where to start. I'm just gonna say it. Bloodsport.
Bloodsport.
Ooh.
I mean, there's so many great parts of that movie. I mean, the sidekick American guy is fantastic.
Oh yeah.
And the whole tournament style thing is just fun as hell. And then the throwing the dust in the eye. He's blind. With the memories of when his sensei was training him with the blindfold, and he beats Chun Li's ass, but he can't see. I mean, it's just, I don't know.
I think his name is.
Yeah, I know, Bolo Young. I'm just
Yeah.
Bolo Young.
Chun Li.
It is kind of bizarre that the climax of that movie is Van Damme having like a slow motion raging orgasm.
I feel like that's like any Van Damme movie. Like, another great Van Damme movie, which could have been on my list, Time Cop. Like the whole thing where he jumps up and does that split on the. I mean, Van Damme's just like, oh yeah, all right, I'm just gonna have like an orgasm in front of everybody. But Bloodsport was slow mo over extended period of time, so that's why it gets the nod.
So you,
Yeah, that
gets the nod.
so what Calvert? Answer me this. This is okay. No one's been ever been really able to classify it for me. So it was kind of like an early MMA conception where a lot of people had different fighting styles. But it was a lot of martial arts overturns. But you had the guy crawling on the ground. You would like karate chop you. You had just big sumo wrestlers. What was the Americans? This seemed to be like drink a beer, go out and hammer fist someone. That's
how he beat everybody. He just he just went out there and just like, I think like the small guy tried to like run into his chest, and he just kind of grabbed him up and knocked him over the head.
Right. So he
was a little crafty. He was a little crafty. But,
sure. But that's how the producers of these films or this film wanted to translate American fighters at the time? Oh, yeah.
I have no problem with that.
Well, but see, technically, Van Damme was an American. He was in the army. He ran away from the army at the beginning of the movie to go to the Kumite. And the whole movie, the guys from the army are trying to chase him back.
Naturally.
It's a true story. It's actually a true story.
It's a true story.
No, I swear to God,
Dukes.
Frank Dukes, the real Frank Dukes, sued Van Damme over the movie.
Oh wow.
Well,
Yeah.
So it's a true story, is what you're telling us.
It is. Well, I don't know. It depends on who you talk to. I guess if you talk to Frank Dukes, he'll say there's some details that are different. But there was a real Frank Dukes. He went to the Kumite. He won all that stuff. Yeah.
They took some liberties, but it's basically right.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's Hollywood. Come on.
All right. There were certain. We could ask Forrest Whitaker. He was one of the people chasing Van Damme in that movie.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about that.